Right, I'm going to run the program now, and we're going to see where we go. We go to all these different tab sheets, and these are all the go to password. We're going to do a password. We're going to go to pictures, where we're going to choose a picture. Go to math, where you have a little mathematical sum to make sure the person is a human. Go to reports, where we can go and report about all the different logins. We're assuming that we are logging into a secret club, whatever. Right, so when we go to password, fine. What are we going to do with this tab sheet password? Yes, we have this thing where we're going to see the password or hide the password. So we did that, okay? And if you want to do anything more fancy there, that's fine. Now, these are optional buttons. You're going to type the password in, and you're going to have a nice caption here on these buttons saying, you know, what we're doing here, seeing and hiding it. We covered that yesterday, but now we need to get a button here which is going to go and test the password. Now, if your components, if you can't find your components, like my button has disappeared from my tool palette, I moved it accidentally inside another sub menu here. I'm just going to type the word button, and then I will find it. There it is, 1.3.1. I'm not going to try and move it again, because last time I did that, it basically froze. Right, so now I'm going to go and test this password to see if it follows the rules that I decide are there for passwords. So here's button 1. But you have to name the button. BTN, test, password. You have to give it a name. And then you cannot leave your PAT like this. I can't believe that some people think they can hand in their PAT with only the names on the... You lose a lot of marks, because basically what kind of a program is that? It's got the names of the components on the buttons, and the tab sheets are still visible. So that BTN test password, you've got to change it to something else. A caption, not the name. You've got to change the caption property, because the name automatically goes onto the caption property if you don't specify a name. So I'm going to double click the button to test that password. I've got to go through every single character one at a time. We have to go through each character. So say for K equals 1 to the length of the password. And what is the length of what is the string we're getting? It is this EDT pass. EDT pass dot text. If you don't put dot text, what are you doing? No. You have to put the dot text property. We're going from 1 to the last character of EDT pass dot text. And we're going to go through each character, count the number of integers, count the number of characters themselves, count the number of other symbols that are not numbers and nor are letters of the alphabet. If it's a space, are we going to worry about spaces? Well, we'll make the spaces be... No, if it's a space... some people do use spaces in their passwords. I mean, that's not wrong. Are we going to make them special characters? No, we won't worry about spaces being special characters. We'll worry about special characters themselves. So, if it's a space, we're just going to ignore that. And we're going to use a case structure here. This is a perfect time to use a case structure. You must make up your own rules for your password, okay? I'm using my rules. If I say, okay, there must be 3 integers or 4 characters or 1 special character, that's my rules, you know what I mean? And I'm going to count. I need counters here. Enum, char, enum, int, and enum, special spec. I'm calling it those funny variable names. I've got to have counters. Enum char, enum integer, enum special counters. And this is all revision for tests or exams anyway, so not necessarily wasting time. It is important that we all do this. So we're going to set all of those. Remember, whenever we have counters, we have to set them to 0 before we go and count with them. So I'll say enum char colon equals 0. Okay, so what are we going to do? I'm going to pause the video.